Hey, what time is it? You...
My time.
I don't know. Don't celebrate yet. Here we go with the flop.
There's a 9 and Jack! Oh! The 9 was on the ball, but the Jack was right behind it.
Pretty sick.
Torture Sean Perry a little bit more.
That's pretty sick, huh?
Sean Perry, a lot of chit-chat.
Sean Perry is the youngest man at the table, but comes from the old school thought on talking at the table.
A fold, and now AJ from Long Island, now living in Hoboken, Jersey.
90,000.
He's gonna make it 90,000 with a king-queen.
Ooh, but he has run into the ace-queen suited of Alex Foxen.
Foxen used to work as a financial planner for 3 months after graduating college. Gave it up to play poker. Got in this tournament through a $1,000 satellite.
Oh man. You get in for $1,000, even a min cash feels good, let alone almost $2 million.
Well, he's raised with the ace-queen, making it 260 to go. Couple folds, going back on AJ.
We saw Alex Foxen shove in a similar situation here. AJ decides to make the call out of position with the king-queen, and we see a ace-king-6 flop. Great flop for Alex. Pretty bad flop for AJ here. He's gonna get sucked in for at least one bet.
He bets the aces. AJ, 29 years old, poker pro for 5 years, making this call. Hoping to get lucky on the turn. No, jack of spades. He's gonna check again.
Another nice card for Alex. Picks up the ace-high flush draw. And at this point, I'm sure that Alex is considering, well, if I bet this turn, I'm gonna have to call if he goes all in, and I don't know if he'll call one more barrel with just a king. So, wow, so Alex decides to check, which I'm sure if they were deeper, he would not do, but because of his stack size, he elects to check here.
Safe 4 diamonds for Alex on the river. AJ checking again. Could it be? Value time!
It's definitely value time. And it's really just a question of how much value does Alex think he can get from AJ.
Yeah, how much can you milk the Holstein?
I'm surprised to see him thinking this long.
$4.95.
And now he's finally bet.
I wonder if he used the time extension in order to create the image that he was uncertain.
Yeah.
He had to know he was
Got
value
it,
betting.
Tony. Reverse psychology.
This is a tough spot for AJ. I really don't know what he's gonna do here. People don't go bet, check, bet as a bluff that often.
Oh, well, he's gonna take more time. It's AJ's first WPT cash. Can he figure this puzzle out? Oh boy.
Ouch.
He's gonna call it. Foxen turning over the winner. Taking that pot down.
I think if Alex bets the turn, AJ gets away, but that check behind got him an extra $500,000.
Foxen looking good at this. Here's Mike Del Vecchio. With ace-jack, has raised to 115. Got a bunch of folds. AJ going out, and now Richard Kirsch is gonna shove it all in.
Good luck, Rich.
With a king-queen.
Richard down to his last 6 blinds, finds a premium in king-queen, and goes with it.
$2.95.
Alex Foxen makes the call in the big blind with Jack-9 suited, and Mike just gonna call. He and Alex are both medium stacks who very much want to see Richard get eliminated here, so you see that Mike does not re-raise and isolate.
And the flop is an ace-queen-4, so aces for Del Vecchio. And Richard has a little piece of that with a queen.
He's in bad shape. Check, check on the flop.
And another queen. Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, yes.
Richard has caught a 3 of a kind.
Not looking to disguise it either.
Check, check. Can Richard's hand hold up? Yes, it does. 10 of diamonds on the river. Richard's going to triple up. Let's see if there's any side betting. Nope.
Is there hope?
I knew it.
We got it to you.
And Sean is celebrating Richard's win. He knows that means he gets to pick on these guys a little bit longer.
Ryan Tosick going out. AJ also going out. 10s for Richard Kirsch. He's on a roll right now, and he's made it 150.
How much do you have now?
Oh my goodness, Mike
A million or a little over, I guess.
with queens behind him.
Richard may have run out of time. He's only got a little above 20 blinds. It's gonna be very hard to get away from pocket tens. Mike has pumped it up to 500K.
Sean Perry, I don't know, buying some TV time, that's about it.
All in.
Richard goes over the top.
Call.
Yeah, nothing that Rich can do here. Gotta go with the tens there, especially when you're the short stack. Mike makes the easy call with his queens and is in good shape to eliminate Richard in 6th place. 8-8-6 on the flop.
No help for Richard. Michael Vecchio with a big opportunity to knock out Kirsch.
Richard could make a straight if there was a 9 and a 7.
And there is Richard's wife. Standing, rooting, but no, an ace on the turn. Richard down to a 2-outer. Big long shot to stick around. Let's see if he can pull off the miracle. No, it's a king of clubs.
Nice game.
We are gonna lose Richard Kirsch in 6th place. Had to wait 10 years between his WPT final tables. Hopefully the next one comes up a little sooner than that. Play online poker for real cash and prizes at WPT Global. Sign up for free today and get a free entry into a $100,000 guaranteed tournament.
Back to the felt we go. Sean Perry now with a decent hand.
120.
Ace 10 of spades, and he will make it 120 to go.
It's an unusually strong hand for Sean to be raising with. Meanwhile, AJ in the big blind has got the 7 deuce of clubs, and he's gonna take a flop.
All right, AJ with just a 7 deuce. Gonna splash around, and let's see what happens. Jack 9, 8, 2 of them clubs.
What a flop for both players.
I believe I'm the best player at the table because the type of play I enforce with my aggressive style when I have chips is very, very powerful. Regardless of skill level, I'm just in the best situation, I think, to win this event.
Certainly not lacking in confidence, Sean Perry with the open-ended straight draw here.
220.
Finally putting in the bed of 220. Continuation. And AJ getting involved with the 7 deuce, but now it's looking strong. You've got the 4 flush and a straight draw.
You can see he has so many outs, he's actually the favorite in this hand at 54%.
But just gonna call it, going to the turn. Can he catch his club and hurt the chip leader? No, he pairs the board.
That is not AJ's card, but it is one he can represent a little more plausibly than Sean. Typically, Sean's going to check behind when he has bottom pair, although I would say of everyone at this table, he is the most likely to just bet the flop when he has a weak pair. He's going to double barrel here, though, with his draw for $500,000. AJ thinking about this one.
Doesn't slow down, and now AJ would like to draw to this flush and the straight.
He's going to go to the river. It's just a matter of how, and the action clock ticks away in the corner there. He may need a time bank chip.
He is going to take more time.
Wow, he's going to check raise to 1.45 million. Leaves him about 900K behind, good for 15 blinds, so he's essentially committed. I can't imagine that Sean...
All in.
What the... Whoa. Sean is going to rip it in here. Wow, I mean, you see AJ cringe, but he has to call it off, and... Oh my goodness, what is this hand? I mean, AJ's all in with all these outs, and somehow Sean's actually ahead in a spot he should never be ahead.
This is amazing. Let's do this again.
How lucky is Sean to get his money in ahead?
Value betting.
And that's what Ryan is celebrating. He thinks this is so funny.
Ryan loving this. People are confused, the audience.
Look at their faces. The dog is so confused. What is happening?
AJ wants to hit that card. Can he hit the club or 10? Let's see if he does it and doubles up.
It's an 8. The ace-10 is going to hold up, and Sean scores the elimination of AJ in a crazy hand. AJ Chopper out in 5th place. He'll take home $350,000, Tony.
Always smart to know how much the other players have.
This is true.
Sean obviously tutored by his poker-playing father and grandmother. That's a lot of schooling there. And now he's got a 9-8 with the button. He'll move it up to 120 to go. Tosic has got to lay that one down. And now Alex with a king 7 of diamonds will make this call. So 9-8 versus king 7.
Then we get a heads up flop of ace, king 3, 2 spades and a heart. In many situations, Alex wouldn't love his hand with second pair, but against Sean, he loves this spot. You see him check call.
You go into the turn, it's a jack. Alex Foxen, he's gonna check.
You see, Sean is drawing dead in this hand. He has no outs. But Sean doesn't have any showdown value here. He's gonna keep barreling.
Yeah, the bet's 325.
And one problem with having his image is if you try and bluff every spot, eventually your opponents are gonna catch on and start calling you down later. So you see Alex very confidently call on the flop and turn here with second pair. Now we get to a river that brings a 4 straight, and Sean is almost certainly gonna bluff here. And he bluffs full pot, 1.3 million. And Alex, who was determined to call down his opponent, now has to reconsider because 4 to a straight on the board makes it much less likely that your second pair is good.
Clock is ticking away.
Alex is like, man, if there's one guy on this table who would try and bluff me here, it's Sean Perry. And I know he's not just betting ace rag for value for full pot, so he either has a queen or a bluff. And this guy loves to bluff. So maybe I'll put a stop to that.
Maybe, or do you just slink away into the night?
No, he says, I'm gonna put a stop to that.
Beautifully done, Alex, turning it up. Pleasantly surprised.
Oof, look at Sean's face.
Nice hand, Alex.
And he's gonna make a call here with pocket 2s. Alex about to shoot back at Sean and Ryan here. He pumps it up to 535,000 with queens, and I can't say for sure, Vince, but Sean strikes me as the kind of guy who gets into some ego wars on the table, and Alex has really been one step ahead of him so far. It would not surprise me if Sean puts a lot of money in with a silly hand like, I don't know, 10-7 offsuit.
Don't say it ain't so. No, he is going to do exactly that.
Yeah, sorry to spoil it. Ryan goes out, and Vince, you know what Alex is gonna do. It's really just a question of how much will he posture before he goes all in. Is it a little posturing? Is it a lot of posturing? Is it let the action clock tick down, use one time bank chip, and then shove it in your eye? I don't know. Time bank chip coming into play here.
All in.
And now he'll shove it in your eye.
Yep. And all of a sudden, Sean says, I was just kidding around. I'm out. Action's on Mike Del Vecchio. 24-year-old folds it. And now Sean Perry. Pretty solid. Queen 10 of spades and the button. And there's a raise. Makes it 160 to go.
Ryan gonna call with ace-9 in the small. Alex will come along with 7-6 in the big, so 3 ways to this flop.
And the flop is a king 7 deuce, 2 spades.
Second pair for Alex, flush draw for Sean. Also has a couple of overcards to that 7.
Sean's gonna bet this 180. Ryan goes away. Alex with mid pair. He's not going anywhere. He makes his call. Go into the turn. Sean would like to hit a spade, but no, a 7 instead, giving 3 of a kind there for Alex.
We saw Mike Del Vecchio execute the Euro lead when the turn paired the middle card. Alex Foxen says, I know that move too. Leads out for 480,000.
Now, why would you call it a Euro lead? Explain that one.
I don't know the origins of the term, but I guess Europeans were the first ones to incorporate it.
Okay, very good guess. We get the picture, though. But anyway, it's been called. And we go on the river. Can Sean catch the spade? No, it's a 10 of diamonds. Sean hits the 10s.
1.45.
Yeah, and this could spell serious trouble for Sean because Alex has been one step ahead of him in every big pot they've played, and I think that Sean is just looking for an opportunity to do something heroic against him.
Oh, 7. Sounds good.
Alex picking up a good pot. And with that pot, we have a new chip leader, and that is Alex Foxen. Okay, we move on. Ryan with a pair of 3s right here. Gonna make it 200,000 to go. Couple folds into Sean. He's now in second chip position for the first time tonight. He's got a queen 8. Oh, wow.
Uh-oh.
He's going to raise with it. A call is just not good enough for this guy, so...
Yeah, this is not one of the hands you want to be 3-betting with a lot, especially when no one's going to fold to you. So Ryan will make this call, literally licks his lips at the prospect of playing a big pot against Sean.
Flops a Jack, Jack 10. And that's going to give Sean an inside straight draw.
Okay flop for both players. I mean, Sean does pick up some outs here. He bets really small, 475. Ryan figures, well, this guy's 3-betting everything. If he doesn't have a jack or a 10, I'm probably in the lead here. So he makes the call. And keeps watching, keeps smiling.
Deuce of clubs, no help for Sean.
Sean checks.
And he's got the memo now. He's going to check it.
Ryan checks.
Check, check. Big ace of clubs on the river.
Well, that's the kind of card you like to represent when you're the 3-better. The problem is Sean bluffs so much, I think that Ryan very much expects him to try to represent this card. So 1.4 million from Sean. Ryan with just a little baby 2-pair quickly makes that call.
Wow. That's the call of the night right there. Beautiful call. It's going to work out.
Wow.
And he's got Sean Perry on tilt right now.
Sean looks like a kid who got caught cheating on his homework. Jeez.
Play online poker for real cash and prizes at WPT Global. Sign up for free today and get a free entry into a $100,000 guaranteed tournament.
Okay, Alex Foxen now with ace 10. The chip leader.
180 to go. Mike on the button.
520.
Going to 520. And now Sean, mayor of Tiltsville with ace-9 suited in the small blind. He's got about 3 million here. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Don't do it, son. Don't do it.
All in.
No, he's not going to. He's going to go all in.
I call.
Oh my God.
Ryan behind him with ace jack calling.
Whoa, I mean, not only is this a huge call, but he did it so quick that the other 2 players in the hand have to go out and assume Ryan is really strong.
Sean, he will be eliminated. He's behind at this point.
Look at the swagger from Ryan.
The Vegas kid's stunned.
Nice call, man.
Thank you.
5 cards to come. Ryan, a big favorite to knock out Sean Perry.
I'm freaking out here, Vince. I genuinely am. I'm freaking out over this hand.
What?
They give you the money. Don't you see a king? Like they're giving you the money.
Man, ace 9 strong hand, man. It's time to hit a 9, man.
Hey, what time is it? My time.
I don't know. Don't celebrate yet. Here we go with the flop.
There's a 9 and Jack! Oh! The 9 was on the draw, but the Jack was right behind it.
Torture Sean Perry a little bit more.
That's pretty sick, huh?
9? Was it 9 in the window?
Yeah.
What are you trying to do to me, girl?
That was more of a heart attack for me than you.
Comparing the pain. Here we go with the turn. Oh, it's a 5 of clubs.
Oh, baby. Mikey D with the 500, Foxen with the 100, hooking it up.
What a chain of events. It's just 9 and then freaking jack.
Sean Perry Huge underdog.
Put an ace out there so it looks pretty, yeah.
Was the chip leader throughout, and now he's down to the last card. Can he pull it off?
It's a 5! Ryan scores the knockout of Sean, making a tremendous call pre-flop. Sean, who came in as our chip leader at the start of the final table, unfortunately unwinds during four-handed play.
Alex here raising up the button with 9-3 of spades.
All in.
I call.
All in here by Del Vecchio with a king-jack.
Instant call from Ryan, and the big blind holding ace-queen. He has got his man all in and behind. Mutual respect between these two. Both of them have played a very strong final table, but Mike, perhaps running out of time.
This is huge money. Third is 750K. First over $1 million. Second just under $2 million. So this is a huge pot right now.
When I get snap called in the big blind and then I'm live,
Rushing Ryan Tosic out in front, ace-queen over king-jack. Can he knock out Del Vecchio? 8-7-4, no luck for Del Vecchio. The ace-queen in front.
Put a 9 or a 6 or a 5.
how about a 10?
You want 10?
10's not bad. It gives me a couple. Gives
Give
me
him a
an
10.
How about just say you want a king or a jack, Mike? And Ryan, you want a queen or an ace? Stop with the baloney.
And it's a deuce, and so Mike is down to 6 outs on this river. Otherwise, he's going to be our third-place finisher.
Del Vecchio has played shrewdly all night, but he's on the ropes right now.
It's a 10! No help for Mike Del Vecchio. He will not be a two-time WPT champion tonight. Great event for him here, though. Third-place finisher.
Ryan Tosic on a roll right now, out in front with 14.3 million. Alex Foxen, 10 million. Blinds are 50 and 100.
Nice hat.
Tony, is this exciting?
Yeah, very exciting and very deep stacks for this heads-up match. And my goodness, these guys are wearing each other's hats. This is adorable.
I don't know what that is, but they're doing it. And let's go to the felt.
Well, reverse psychology for you.
Yeah, right. They are staying loose. And Ryan Tosic picking up 10s on the very first hand of heads up. Makes it 400,000 to go. Alex with a pretty decent king-queen will make this call.
And we see a ace, 3-6, 2-hard flop.
Alex will check, and Ryan's going to bet the 10s. Bets 400. Alex sticking around with his call. Let's see if Alex gets lucky here with a king or a queen. Yes, he hits a king of hearts. So he's out in front with the kings now. He's going to check it. And Ryan will slow down check as well, going to the river. And it's another heart. 7 of hearts. This gives Alex the absolute nuts. And he's going to check the nuts.
Nice check. Whoa, what is this? There's 1.6 million in the pot, and he just bet 2.4 million. This seems like a strange hand to bet 1.5 times the size of the pot with.
Now we know he has the 10 of hearts. Pretty good flush, of course, but up against the nuts. And if you want to study acting, just look at Alex right now.
Yeah, he can't believe his luck.
Time is clicking away. He's got the nuts. It's just when to snag him for as much as you can.
$5.5.
Boom. 5.5. There's the raise with the nuts.
And Ryan suddenly regrets betting that much.
Can you lay this down at this point, though? You got third best flush.
Well, your opponent either has the queen of hearts or a bluff. You're not really worried about the jack of hearts.
This is the first one I used all tournament.
Now he's going to take time, try to figure this out.
Well, if you're in Ryan's seat, you have to think you have what is essentially the second nuts here, because even though you technically have the third nuts, you know that Foxen's not going to check raise you with the jack of hearts. Yeah, I need a couple more time bank extension chips in there. I've never seen somebody have such a good time in such an awkward spot.
1 second. Deuce, 4, 5, 6. Deuce, 4, 5, 6. Deuce, 4, 5, 6. 8, 9. Jack. Deuce of hearts, 3 bet. 4 hearts, 3 bet. 5 hearts, 3 bet. There's 6 flops.
You carry the 1 and...
Oh no, he is gonna make this call. He's gonna hate himself in the morning.
Oh man, a major setback for Ryan Tosick right away in this heads-up match.
Play online poker for real cash and prizes at WPT Global. Sign up for free today and get a free entry into a $100,000 guaranteed tournament.
These two essentially even in chips for the moment. We're playing 75-150 with a 25K ante.
Tosick with a king 7 has raised to 425. Alex Foxen, king 9. He is content to see the flop, makes the call. Here we go. Flop is a jack 7-3. So Ryan hitting 7s.
Not much there for Alex besides some backdoor draws and an overcard.
450 by Ryan.
Hand seems a little too good to fold, so, oh. I'm surprised that he's check raising though. Typically when you check raise the flop, you can make your hand on the turn. Here, Alex can only really make a draw unless I guess he turns a king, which would actually give Ryan 2 pairs. So little does he know, the card he wants is a 9.
4 on the turn changes nothing.
Changes nothing, doesn't give Alex any additional outs, and yet he will continue. 1.6. I guess 5-6 is part of his bluffing range on the flop, but I'm still a little perplexed by his line here.
And he's been called.
Okay, well, if you check raise flop and bet the turn, you gotta barrel this river card when you've got a blocker to the flush and a blocker to the 8-9 straight.
4.5.
And there you go, 4.5 million. So I wasn't a big fan of the flop and turn play, but I really do like this river bet from Alex.
Well, you changed like the wind there.
I'm a flip-flopper, Vince.
That's what we would call it, yes. But it is looking good. That's a big bet, and now very tough call to make.
Time bank chip.
Yeah, he needs some time.
Ryan, trying to think, well, did my opponent check raise me with a strong hand? If he check raised me with a draw, 5-6 got there, 8-9 got there, hearts got there. Even a 10 will beat you. What in the? He called though.
He's gonna call it.
Oh my goodness.
Unbelievable.
Wow. Well, Alex did everything he could to make Ryan fold, to no avail.
Ryan has turned this around. Okay, Ryan is going to raise with the queen 10 to 500. Alex looks at ace 10.
All in.
And he's going to shove it all in. And a quick call, of course, by Ryan.
Yeah, Alex with just 14 blinds, so Ryan makes the call here with queen 10. Gets a little shimmy shake.
We even got the clubs blocked and the heart dominated.
It hits a straight like half the time. I can't fold. Yeah.
Boy, he is exuding confidence, and he's behind at this point.
I've enjoyed Ryan's swagger all final table. Let's see if that comes to an end.
The flop is a king 9-3. So inside straight he does have.
You don't have a straight yet. You got extra outs, but come on, it ain't over yet.
It's been fun, man.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully it keeps being fun.
Yeah, Alex still well out in front though of his hand.
Yes.
Let's take a look at the turn.
It's a jack! Ryan makes a straight on the turn!
And
Now Alex is drawing to one of the 3 remaining queens. Otherwise, it is over, and Ryan is your winner.
Alex needs the miracle.
It's another jack. Ryan has done it. He is your winner. He finished
an unprecedented accomplishment in WPT history.
A great champion. Congratulations. Let's hear it one more time for Ryan Tosick, our champ.
What an exciting victory. That concludes the World Poker Tour's coverage from Bellagio in Las Vegas. We're glad you could join us for this winning moment, and we'll see you next time on the WPT.